Hi guys, welcome back to science. So we are going to continue with sound. If you guys remember, our last science chapter was about matter, and we talked about solids, liquids, and gases. And now today we're going to talk about sound in matter, okay? And then you guys will do a page in your science workbooks. So sound moves through all forms of matter, okay? Remember, matter is anything that has mass and takes up space, okay? So everything around us is matter. Okay, so sound moves through all forms of matter. Most of what we hear is sound that moves through air. Air is gas. Sound can move through gases, okay? So remember an example of a gas was blowing up a balloon, okay? Sound can still move through that, okay? It can move through air, okay? Sound also can move through liquids. If I were to hit two rocks together under the water, you can hear the sound. So just because you're underwater, that doesn't mean that you can't hear sound, okay? So if I were to go under the water in my swimming pool and take two rocks and hit them together, I would still be able to hear it. It might not be the same sound that I would hear above the water, but I can still hear some sound underneath the water. So sound can move through water, and sound can move through liquid, and sound can move through gas. Can sound travel through solids? Yes, you can hear someone on the outside of the room. So, for example, if I were to go in this closet and shut the door, could you still hear me? Yeah, you could. So even though that door is considered a solid, okay? That door cannot change its size, it cannot change its shape. It's the door and it's solid, okay? And when I shut the door and go on the other side of it, you can still hear me. So sound can travel through solids, okay? So, what other forms of matter does sound move through? Can sound move through water? Yes. Can sound move through gas? Meaning sound can move through the air. Okay? And as we just saw, sound can move through solids too. So sound can move through solids, liquids, and gases. And remember, solids, liquids, and gases are all forms of matter, okay? So another example of sound moving through gas would be if I was to drive and a police truck or a police car had its sirens on and was behind me. That sound, I might not be right next to the police car. I could be 5 cars in front of the police car. But can I still hear the siren? Yes, because the sound from the siren travels through the air, okay? So I gave you guys 3 examples of how sound moves through solids, liquids, and gases. And then you guys are going to do page 77 in your science workbooks. And remember that sound moves through all forms of matter, okay? It moves through solids, liquids, and gases. All forms of matter, sound moves through, okay? So next week, I'm trying to think, okay, next week we'll do some more fun work with sounds and different kinds of sounds and tie it into like solids, liquids, gases, and it'll be more of a fun science lesson, but I just wanted to introduce to you guys the topic and kind of review solids, liquids, and gases while at the same time incorporating our new chapter, which is sound, and putting them together, okay? So I will talk to you guys next week.